Welcome to Growth TV, an ACG production. I'm Carolyn Vallejo. With M&A activity expected to increase this year, businesses and their PE sponsors have many human capital considerations to manage. Today, we're back with Amanda Benbow, Insperity's private capital consultant, to discuss some of the biggest talent trends for 2025. Amanda, welcome back to Growth TV.
Hi, Carolyn. How are you?
Doing great. Now, as the number of deals increases post-election, what are some of the trends you're kind of noticing in the hiring space?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think the biggest thing is retention. So as these deals continue to happen, the cost of turnover because of the limited talent pool is significant. So whereas it used to roughly range around 50%, now it's 90 to 200%. So if you're losing a 60K employee, that can cost a firm or leadership anywhere from 54K up to 120. So those type of that increase to that bottom line or that impact can really cause for pause. So within all these transactions and data rooms, what we're seeing is human capital strategy being top of mind. Yay! Given just those dynamics, it's important for them to prioritize that human capital strategy as part of their playbook. So that post-acquisition, they're not having to deal with a lot of turnover. So we've seen things put in place like using town halls to identify the changes that are going to happen post-acquisition or within that first 30 days. We're also highlighting the firm and what they're going to do to change to improve the employee experience or support them or develop them. Some of these programs that we've seen in place is a total reward program. So not just focusing on, your traditional medical or health benefits, but career development opportunities, tailored resources to their industry or their organization, just optimizing a clear path for those employees post-acquisition really gets the buy-in from those employees post-acquisition. So just really keeping top of mind of that turnover cost and how that can impact post-acquisition, the bottom line.
Of course, AI continues to be a major trend this year. How are you seeing AI being leveraged most effectively in talent management?
I think, Carolyn, anytime we are at any kind of conference or listening into podcasts, AI is always top of mind. However, I really feel like it's been focused on how operationally it optimizes business functionality versus how it's being used to leverage AI to analyze employee trends. And so our clients are using it slightly different. Harnessing those KPIs to enhance with organization, empowering their teams, and ultimately enhancing those decision-making processes. I've seen that AI can pinpoint middle management where they require coaching or some targeted intervention. Allowing AI with a human capital strategy of underperforming teams can really give firms the ability to tailor training and support initiatives within these transactions, just to ensure that there's a better experience for those employees, equipping them and aligning with their new goals and the company's objectives. So the approach of AI, it can be really impactful when developing a healthy plan surrounding those KPIs, and that way you're getting that discretionary effort from those employees.
Now, there's also this generational shift happening in the talent space. Could you tell us a little bit about that? What should business leaders keep in mind as Gen Z makes up more of the workforce?
So this is the first year that Gen Z will outnumber baby boomers within the workforce. We've all seen the memes or the stereotypes amongst all different generations. There are some truths to that. So our recommendation in the M&A space is to understand the culture differences as Gen Z enters, executive leadership or really dominates the workforce. understanding that their values and motivations are different. They want to work for an organization that their personal beliefs are in line with the culture and development of said company. So they want to know those core values, and they want to stand and believe by them. They also have an emphasis of wellness, from health to work-life balance. So understanding that might involve making some management changes or operational changes to the organization, where your boomers maybe never took a day off or ever used any of their PTO. It's important for the next generations to spend time with their families, to take a week-long vacation and not feel guilty about it. So understanding that the differences in culture and really honing in on that is important, especially just with the culture differences, impacting instant gratification. That's something that we're all dealing with, right? Growing up, I had to see where the bikes were and kind of pull up. Now you just pick up a phone and you know where everybody is. It's really instant. And that happens now in the life cycle of an employee. They want to know they're not going to be there for 50 years. So they want to know what their growth strategy, what that career pathing is. And so it's, again, pre-planning, having some type of thought process in that human capital strategy versus being reactive, and communicating that effectively so that you're not having, going back to our first question, that turnover issue.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So there are certainly changes happening in the workforce, but there are definitely ways that business leaders can keep up. Amanda, thank you so much for joining Growth TV. Once again, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks.